Hi everyone, this is Laurel and I'm here to do a Twin Flame Daily Love Message. So I have the Magical Mermaids and Dolphins deck and I have Denise Lynn's Sacred Traveler deck. So we're going to get some messages. We'll save this for message from your person and we'll get some messages from the Sacred Traveler deck. So let's get started. I hope everybody's off to a good day. I saw the sweetest video today. It popped up on my news feed, and it was a woman that her farm was involved in the fires that are happening in Spain. I know they're all over the place, all over the world, but the fires in Spain, and she said the fire just came so quickly. All she had time to do was to let her donkeys out so they could run. And the video showed her reuniting with her donkeys after the fire. And here's this whole patch of field that's just burnt crisp, and there's this wood, not wooden, there's this stone fence, and the donkeys are standing right on the other side of the stone fence, and there's just a foot maybe of unburned grass, and they're all three there standing there. And she starts saying, oh, what joy, to see that my babies, you made it, you saved yourselves, and it's like she was so happy. And I just thought, oh, that's how it's going to be when when twins reunite. It's going to be that joy and that realization that you guys, you've handled the hard parts of the journey, yourselves, but knowing that you were also connected in the spirit, but it was just so sweet. And her donkeys were so cute. They were all bunched up and they lined up. There were three of them: birth, death, rebirth, and abundance and creativity and imagination stand for three. And they lined up and they were all three looking at her, and she said, let's go home. And it was like one of them, it was like he was waving his ears yes and nodding his head yes, let's go home, that's enough of that stuff. So it was so cute. So if you have I don't know if you'll see it, but it's on YouTube. So all right, here we go. What are the messages? Holy Spirit, angels, and guides, what are the messages for this twin flame love read? What are the messages? Oop, there goes two. All right, and we have one coming out of the top of the deck. So at the bottom of the deck, transformation, a fresh new way of living emerges. Wow. So the Phoenix is the overall message. And the message with the donkeys, I was just thinking about how the fires are, transformation. They're burning away the dross and leaving behind nothing but gold, and the donkeys are an example of that. They were just so cute. And, so transformation is the overall message, the Phoenix rising out of the fire. I mean, wow. So I really think those donkeys were like, I don't know, I feel like they're maybe representing the divine masculine collective, maybe, because this is about that same energy as the overall message, rising out of the ashes, everything burning down, but you saved yourself. This is coming out of it unscathed, and a fresh new way of living emerges. This is that enlightenment that comes, the understanding that comes with transformation. So really powerful. So we have choosing your path, all is possible. This is, when I look at this card, I look at, not only is it saying infinite possibilities for you and your person, but it's showing, it's allowing you to take a look at, the directions from a higher standpoint. But what comes to mind is the infinity symbol. that there are infinite possibilities, infinite abundance available for you and your person. And this is saying, um, your person, um, maybe, standing, looking out and recognizing, choosing the path that he wants to go on. And I feel that in this time of transformation, he's realizing more and more where he wants to be, and that is next to you, next to the person that lights him up, that makes him feel light, that brings him peace, that makes him feel this love intensity the way that he's never felt it before. Even though it scares him, it excites him as well, and you. So passion, yeah, passion and pleasure. And here we go. Savor your life. Here's the fire. Fire, is used for transformation. And it's also used, can be used for manifestation. Think about the passion and the burning desire that both of you have inside of you that can be harnessed and used to manifest each other, to manifest your reunion union, and also use that energy to tap into the manifestations, but also to tap into the things that you love to do. It helps burn away any dross and bring in the passion for what you truly love. And this is enjoying the journey, finding the things that bring you that passion, that light you up, and that just automatically, when you tap into that energy, it automatically burns away any lower energy, any dross, any fear. So it shows her dancing. This could be, sky's the limit, right? There's all kinds of possibilities. So what is it that, lights you up, that creates that fire in your belly, that brings you passion, and, just helps you elevate your vibration. Really beautiful energy coming out of here. And then we have navigating by the stars. Wow, follow your bliss. Yeah, so this is, I feel like this is saying savor your life, do the things you enjoy the journey on this, on this twin flame path. And this is saying, you're being guided every step of the way. You and your person are being guided. So this is calling for trust and faith in your person, in your journey, because, surrendering the fact that any worries, because you're being guided, your person is being guided. And so knowing that there's nothing to fear, there's nothing to worry about, letting go of worrying about when they're coming and, if they're coming, because they are being guided just as you are being guided on your journey. And I saw mirrored numbers this morning, 42, 24, and, it reminds me that you guys are mirroring each other is the point I want to make. And so you're both being guided. And this is trusting your person, trusting God, trusting a higher power that has a plan for you, and that is taking you to your bliss as you follow your heart. And then we have, oh my gosh, then we have rainbow blessings. Wow, this came out yesterday. Blessings are showering your life. Yeah, so this is showing the protection as well that you and your person have. As you stand, as your person stands, we got a little bit of the same view here. As your person stands at that gateway, at that crossroads, you're being protected, you're being blessed, you're being showered with blessings as you choose the high road, as you go forward. You're being protected, you're being guided toward your bliss. Your blessings are, coming in with power, and, a lot of different blessings are coming in at this time. And this, reminds me of a portal. going through the portal. It could be the 8-8 portal coming up pretty darn quick. Today's the 5th. So we're only 3 days away from the portal. Oh, that's so funny. This is a bunch of flowers showing abundance as well. But this is just showing all this abundance, all these blessings coming in for all the hard work that you've done and that you continue to do. So this is stay the course, because your blessings are coming in, you're being guided, and your person is being guided. And this is leading you to your heart's desires. You know, enjoy the journey while you're here. And this is surrendering to the journey. Yes, this is an unending thing that we have to do on the twin flame journey. In order to move forward, you know, we have to surrender all of our worries, all of our concerns, and, you know, let it go, because trusting in the higher power. And you'll see, you know, the light symbolizing, you know, you're being guided, divine feminine, to shine your light and to follow the light, just as your person is being guided to follow the light, follow you. And here's this little owl. I don't know if you can see it. There's a white owl up in the tree. Not only are you being guided through the light, but you're being guided through wisdom. You know, if you were questioning anything, you know, this is wisdom coming in for you. And I love how it's sitting in the tree, because the tree is an example of connecting heaven to earth, you know, earth to heaven, being that connecting the tree of life. And just as you are, and this is showing that the wisdom is coming in, the light is coming in full force. So shine your light, enjoy the journey, enjoy the, you know, be ready to receive, be open to receive the blessings, because you're going forward into deeper into the light. Oh wow. And then just another message about protection. So this must be on somebody's mind today, that, you know, we're getting multiple messages here about protection, showing that on this journey you and your person are protected. And then we have Archangel Michael coming in himself, saying that you and your person, you know, are cherished, that you are so loved and you are so protected on this journey. You know, he's welding the sword of light, the sword of truth, I mean, and that is, you know, him protecting you, the angels protecting you. You can thank them for the protection for you and your person. You know, your person has an angelic team, a spiritual team, just like you do, and they're being protected through all of their through their own sacred journey. So just remember to thank them, to connect with the angels, and, you know, let them know how grateful you are. And you can ask them to surround you in, you know, a bubble of white light. It was so funny. The other day I had these huge bubbles float by my window and there was somebody doing bubbles in the neighborhood. And so I went and I said hi and I started doing bubbles. So it was a lot of fun, but just an example of how you're protected. And, you know, and there were these beautiful rainbow colors in showing that protection as well. So, you know, just you can envision that white light of protection around you. And, you know, ask the angels to bring that in every morning, every day. So, and thank them for the protection. So let's see what the messages are for your person. What are the messages from your person? Okay, so at the bottom of the deck, we have positive energy. So they're reminding you to surround yourself with positive people, and they are reminding themselves to surround themselves with positive people, people that uplift them and they are doing their best to avoid negative situations right now, and they're reminding you of the same. And then it says, set your sights higher. Yeah, so they're telling you, set your sights higher, and I'm setting myself sets. I can't talk. Oh my gosh. Set your sights higher. You deserve the best. You are the best. You deserve the best. And I want to be the best version of myself for you. So they're telling you, expect the best, because that's what your person is striving for, to be that emperor, to come back to you in that emperor energy. And, this is showing the stars, 7 of them. Interesting. So manifestation, both of you manifesting each other back. But meanwhile, there's a lot of healing of the relationship, healing within the relationship going on, within yourselves going on. So they're reminding you to set your standards high because you deserve this, and they want to come back in that, in that higher energy for you, and they want you to understand that you are worthy. You are enough, and you deserve the best and the highest possible, what do I want to say, vibration from them. So that was one message. Another one was pay attention. So this is, your person saying, pay attention to the signs and synchronicities around you. Be in the present moment. You're going to, as you see a sign or synchronicity, thank spirit for it, and that attracts more signs and synchronicities for you. And this happens to be with the dolphins, which, dolphins are very playful. They're very high vibe energy, and, they can communicate telepathically. So your person may want you to pay attention to, the communication coming in from them. They may be trying to communicate with you telepathically. So stay in the present moment, and notice any guidance or signs, repetition of signs, because that's going to give you guidance and valuable information about your connection, about what's happening between the two of you. So that is the message. Those are the messages from your person. I wish you a wonderful, magical day. Namaste.